today's returning guest, Joey, as he tells us a ghost story of his great grandmother's visit.
Okay, so this one happened at my house in Wilmington. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened to me, then I'm going to tell you what happened to my mom. It's kind of two stories put together a little bit. So, I was driving home from a friend's house at night, and so my neighbor, the way my house is, you're on this road, and then there's a cul-de-sac this way, and there's a street that way. It's like cul-de-sac, and there's a street that way, but I was at the road right here. So my right's the cul-de-sac, to my left is the street that goes that way. My house is directly across this. Like, just drive this road, drive straight. That's my house. So I'm stopped at the stop sign there, and I look to my left down that road, and I see on the sidewalk this like person in a white cloak with like the hood up. They're wearing like a white cloak, and they're walking. Their back is to me. They're walking away from my car, but very very slowly. They're barely moving, but they're slowly walking away. I'm like, that's a weird thing to see because it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then I look to my cul-de-sac, nothing's there. So I turn down the cul-de-sac, go around and park at my house. And when I look back down that road after I did that, the figure was just completely gone. Like it was never there. And the only people that were walking the sidewalk now was a family of three walking their dog. Like, what the hell? But this story gets crazier because my mother, um, after this experience, she had a similar experience where she fell asleep in a recliner in the living room. So everyone's asleep, and she's asleep in a recliner in the living room downstairs. And she woke up. It was probably like 2, 3 in the morning, something like that. And she saw in front of her in the living room, just staying in the middle of the living room, was this cloaked figure. It was wearing a white cloak, and just it was just standing there in the living room. And she just kind of looked at it, and then she blinked a few times, and it was gone. That's like the same cloak figure I saw. And my cousin, she said, I talked to her about this. She said that, so my great grandma, she was Catholic, and Catholics at the time in their churches, they wore like kind of these white cloak type things. So she said it was probably my great grandma that I saw wearing that white cloak. And what's even more interesting, my house in Pennsylvania that I inherited from my grandmother. So when she grew up, and so my great grandparents lived there, including my great grandmother, there's a picture of her in that house, and there's two of them. And so at some point we had brought back one of the pictures, and I've never seen her again when we had that picture in our house. It's kind of strange there. Yeah,
She just wanted the memorabilia.
I guess so. Like we had those experiences, then we didn't see her again for a while. But after we brought back the picture, we never had any either. It's
Yeah.
weird. Like there's a time before after we saw her and got the picture. There was time before like in that there's a time period there we didn't see her. But yeah, we haven't seen her since we had the picture either. It's pretty strange.
Just like a reverse. What was that Pixar Coco? Where you, if you put the picture of someone up, then they could come visit.
Yeah,
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 it's
something
a
like that.
complete inversion of that.
Yeah, complete inversion of that. I mean, she didn't do anything. I didn't see her face, but it was just a cloaked figure.
She's just vibing,
She was just like,
She's just
yeah,
like, man, street lights have gone wild.
yeah.
Used to be fire.
Like at first, I saw her outside my house on the sidewalk, and then my mom sees her in her fucking living room. Like,
Yeah,
damn, she's exploring the area, I guess.
yeah.
Things looked a lot different when I was young.
Maybe she's haunted a snail, and that's why she can't. She takes so long. She's just like, technically, I'm making progress. Crappy choice on my end.
Yeah, she was walking really slow. That's like when I turned the corner, I turned down the cul-de-sac and went all around it. She was completely vanished, like completely gone. She was moving really slow. I would have still seen her. It
Yeah,
took like 5 seconds. I would have still seen her. She was moving so slow.
yeah.
But yeah, she was just gone. And all I saw was the family walking their dog. I don't know why they're walking their dog at 11 o'clock at night, but some people do it, especially with their kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people do that, I reckon.
Man, imagine walking your dog at 11 o'clock at night and then seeing someone else's great grandmother just coming by, just like, have you seen my great grandson? I've been dead for a while. I can't figure out which house is his.
I
Uh,
think she figured it out.
yeah, I'm trying to haunt him, post mortem stuff. It's a real gag. It's a real gag in the after.
Then she's in the living room. She was seeing the TV. She's like, "What's this contraption? This
What? Why?
machine?"
Why are people putting their souls in a box? What is this?
Who would do such a thing? Why would they do all
I
this stuff?
can't believe it. Yeah. Yeah, that would probably be a wild thing as a ghost.
Yeah.
Be like seeing technology change.
Oh,
It's
it definitely would be.
it's like the immortal
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, no, it definitely would be a wild thing to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyhow, that is Joey's visitation from his great grandmother.